My name is Amelia. The doctor gave me 6 months to live. My boyfriend, David, is currently picking out my wedding dress, but I know the truth. I will be dead before spring. That is my secret, my last secret. I want to tell you my story. Please, sit with me and listen. I am 24 years old and live in a small, quiet, beautiful town with David. He is a good man, a truly wonderful man, with brown hair, green eyes, and a frequent smile that always makes me feel happy. He works hard in an office and loves me deeply. I know this with all my heart. We were very happy together, dreaming of a beautiful life. But my body is sick, very sick. I remember the day it all changed. It was a cold Tuesday under a gray sky. I didn't feel well. I was exhausted, and a deep pain settled into my bones and my head. I went to the big, busy hospital. I can still smell the medicine and feel the hardness of the chair as I waited for what felt like an eternity. Finally, the doctor called my name. "Amelia," he said. I followed him into a small room with white walls and a gray floor. A clock on the wall went tick-tock, tick-tock. The sound was deafening. The doctor looked at me with sad eyes, holding a piece of white paper. Then he delivered the news. I was very sick, and there was no cure, no medicine, and no hope of getting better. He looked at his hands, then back at me. "I'm sorry," he said. "I'm so sorry. You have 6 months." 6 months. I heard the words, but I couldn't understand them. 6 months is a short time. It isn't enough. Right now, it is autumn. The leaves are falling in shades of red and yellow. Winter will come soon with its cold and snow. Then, spring will arrive, and the flowers will grow. But I will not see it. I will be gone before the spring. I started to cry. My face was wet, my hands were shaking, and I felt a cold, lonely terror. I was all alone in that room, and all I wanted was David's warm hug. Perhaps you have felt scared like that before. It is a lonely feeling, but it is okay to feel that way. We all feel scared sometimes. You are not alone, and it is okay to cry. I left the hospital and got on the bus, looking out the window at people walking, talking, and laughing. They didn't know my secret. Life was normal for them, but my world had stopped. When I got home, the house was warm and smelled of garlic and tomatoes. David was cooking soup. He heard the door, saw me, and smiled. "Hello, beautiful," he said, kissing my cheek. "How was the doctor?" I looked into his happy, hopeful eyes. I opened my mouth to say, "I am dying. I have 6 months." But I stopped. I couldn't break his heart. I wanted to protect his smile. So I told a small lie. "He gave me some new medicine," I said. "I just need a lot of rest." David looked relieved and hugged me tight. "Good," he said, "because we have a lot to do. We need to plan our wedding." He wanted a big summer wedding in June. June is a beautiful month. The sun is warm, the sky is blue, and the flowers are bright. But June is too late for me. I will be gone by then. David didn't know. After dinner, he sat on the sofa with a big blue notebook filled with pages of dresses, rings, and flowers he had cut from magazines. His eyes were shining with excitement. "I want pink flowers," he said. "Do you like pink flowers?" "Yes," I whispered. I closed my eyes and imagined the music, the dancing, and his happy face on our wedding day. It was a beautiful dream, and I decided to keep that dream alive. I would let him plan. I would not stop him. This was my last gift to him. As the weeks passed, I grew weaker. Every day was a struggle, and my body felt as heavy as a bag of rocks. But David was singing in the shower, full of joy. One Saturday, he woke me up with coffee and toast. "Today is a big day," he said. "Today, we buy your wedding dress." My heart beat fast. I knew I would never wear it to a church, and a lump formed in my throat, but I smiled. We drove to a beautiful bridal shop in the city. Inside, there were rows of stunning white dresses made of lace and stones. A kind lady asked, "Are you the bride?" Yes. David searched until he found the perfect one. A long white princess dress with flowers on the skirt. "Try it on, Amelia," he pleaded. In the dressing room, I saw how thin I had become. But once the lady zipped me into the dress, I looked stunning. For a moment, I didn't look like a dying girl. I looked like a bride. When I walked out, David stopped breathing. He stood up slowly, tears of happiness in his eyes. "Amelia," he whispered, "you are an angel." He bought the dress right then. The thought that I would be dead before spring made me sad, but seeing his smile made me happy. Love is complicated. It is putting someone else first. By November, the trees were bare. The cold air hurt my lungs, so I stayed inside, drinking tea and watching birds. David came home every day with new ideas. One evening, he brought boxes of cake from a local bakery. We sat at the wooden table, tasting chocolate, lemon, and vanilla. Everything tasted like paper to me, but I swallowed it and laughed when he got frosting on his nose. We chose a 3-tier vanilla cake with sugar flowers. I watched him write it down in his blue notebook and wished I could freeze time forever in that warm kitchen. But my body was failing. One day, I fainted in the bathroom. I woke up on the floor with David holding me, his face white with terror. He was shouting into the phone at my doctor. "She is getting worse! Your medicine isn't working!" He sat by my side and cried loudly. "I am so scared," he sobbed. "I can't lose you." I stroked his hair and told him I was right there. I almost told him the secret then, but he looked so fragile, like broken glass. He needed hope. "We need to get married soon," he said. "Maybe in April." I nodded. April is a beautiful month. He needed the planning to keep moving forward. I could not take his hope away. In December, the first snow fell. I was very weak now, spending my days in bed. David brought the wedding invitations home. He had designed them himself. He sat on the edge of the bed with a pen, but when I tried to write a name, my hand shook so much that I ruined the paper. I started to cry, not just for the paper, but because I was losing everything. David hugged me tight. "It's okay," he whispered. "I'll write them. You just tell me who to invite." I rested my head on his chest and listened to his strong, healthy heartbeat. One night, while David slept, I went to the kitchen and wrote a letter. "My dearest David," I wrote, "when you read this, I will be gone. I am so sorry I kept this secret. The doctor gave me 6 months, and I knew I wouldn't see the spring. But your hope gave me joy. You made me feel like a beautiful bride. Do not be angry. In my heart, we were already married. Please be happy. Find love again. Thank you for loving me. Forever yours, Amelia." I hid the envelope in his blue wedding notebook for him to find when the time was right. A week before Christmas, my friend Sarah came to visit. She was the only one who knew the truth. I told her I was ready, but I needed one favor. I asked her to go to the shop, pick up my dress, and hide it in her car. I want to wear it, I told her. I want to show him, just once, before it's too late. The doctor told David I only had a few days left. I heard David's broken cries from the hallway. When he came into the bedroom, I asked him to go buy me fresh strawberries, a difficult task in winter. He left to find them, and as soon as his car pulled away, Sarah ran in with the dress. She helped me out of my pajamas. The dress was loose now because I was so thin, but she tied it tight and put a little color on my cheeks and lips. "Help me to the living room," I said. I sat in a chair by the twinkling Christmas tree and waited. When David returned, he dropped the box of strawberries. They spilled across the floor as he stared at me like I was a magic ghost. "Surprise," I whispered. He fell to his knees, his hands shaking as he touched the lace. "Amelia, what is this?" he choked out. "It's our wedding day," I said. "I couldn't wait until April." He finally understood. This was my goodbye. He didn't run. He held my cold hands in his warm ones and told me I was the most beautiful woman in the world. "Let us say our words," I said. "I, David," he began, his voice breaking. "Take you, Amelia, to be my wife, my only love, forever and ever." "I, Amelia," I whispered. "Take you, David, to be my husband. I will love you from here to the stars, forever." He kissed me, and it was the best kiss of my life. "We are married," he whispered. The next few days were full of peace. David stayed by my side, reading to me and holding my hand. He is the best husband in the world. My time is very short now. The pain and fear are gone, and I feel like I am floating. I wanted to tell you this story so you would know that this is not a sad story. It is a story about love. Love is stronger than sickness, fear, and death. Death can take my body, but it cannot take my love. Because of David, my last months were filled with joy. I tasted cake, I saw flowers, and I felt like a princess. I'm a very lucky girl. Life is a gift, but it moves quickly. Do not wait for tomorrow. If you love someone, tell them today. Give them a hug. Do not fight over small things. They don't matter. Only love matters. If you have a dream, go after it. There is always light in the dark. Enjoy the small things. A cup of tea, a green tree, the warm sun. I will close my eyes soon and go to a deep sleep. But I am not afraid. I have my memories and David's love. When spring comes and the flowers bloom, think of me for a moment. Think of the girl who had a beautiful wedding in her heart. Keep loving, keep hoping, and live your beautiful life every single day. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for being my friend. Goodbye and be happy. Learn English by Stories wishes you a life full of love.